you're here watching TWIL TV. I'm here at Larmer Festival 2015 and I'm joined by Julia and Lucy. Can you let us know what you do here at Larmer Festival?
I'm one of the directors of the festival.
Fantastic. And Lucy?
I'm the festival manager.
Pretty impressive titles. Can you tell us what that involves? How do you do it? What's your day like here?
At the festival?
Yeah, at the festival.
We get up early and have an 8 AM meeting where all the teams get together so that we can talk about what's happened the night before and what's planned for the day. Then we have a bit of breakfast. Then we get out and deal with the issues that need to be dealt with for getting everything up and running for this day. And then hopefully we get some chance to go out and see some of the things that we've actually programmed.
Some time to actually enjoy the festival?
Yes, yeah. A little bit of time, yeah.
We've got a great team on site and they're all out and about making everything happen, running our volunteer teams, box office, wristband exchange, and they come back to us for support as we've kind of planned everything that we want to happen throughout the year. And they're putting it in action for us, which is great.
So is there a lot of pre-festival work to be done? Is there a lot of lead up and then also again work during the festival, but is there a lot of stuff to do before it starts?
Yeah, we start quite a long way in advance. We normally have a little break after the festival and start back in about September.
For the next year's following festival? Wow, that's pretty full on.
So there's a lot of decision making to make before you start booking the acts and putting all of the tickets on sale. So we do all of that together and our team members join us throughout the year. And we work pretty hard on the festival throughout the year with different members of the team. And
what size team do you think is the sort of core that you two work together, and other people that join you, or is it just you two that make those sort of decisions for bookings?
Well, there's 7 of us in our full-time all year-round office. And some of those people join us a little bit later in the year, but Lucy and I both start in September.
Wow, that's really full on schedule.
Yeah, there's a big team. There's lots to organise.
And how is it to enjoy the festival when you've worked on it for such a long period of time? So I guess seeing it from the beginning all the way to sort of completion, how is that sort of journey for you? Are you tired by the time that the festival comes? You're like, oh, okay, yeah.
It is really tiring. It's really tiring, but it's really enjoyable as well. I think we spend so much time, all of those months, planning it, so that it's really lovely to see it all come together.
Yeah. It's kind of an unusual job, possibly. I mean, it sounds like you do lots of different elements. How did you come about into the job?
Myself, completely by accident, about 23 years ago. I was working as a volunteer at the Arts Centre in Salisbury, nearby, and James, who'd started the festival 2 years before that, just phoned up and spoke to a friend of his who I was working with. And he just introduced us and I kind of helped James out. So I was in very early on when it was just a 2-day festival.
Oh wow.
So it's just grown, gradually throughout the last 25 years.
Amazing. And what about you, Lucy? How did you get into the role?
Whilst I was at university, I started working at festivals. Larmer was one of those, and I used to come and coordinate one of the carnival groups for Julia. In my first festival was 2002, and I went on after university to a marketing role in a venue in Winchester. And whilst working at the festivals in the summer, discovered that Julia was looking for someone to join the team, and joined the team in 2006, and I've been full-time since then, and have kind of developed into the festival manager role as the festival's grown and as required kind of more full-time staff and more external staff. So I've supported James and Julia with managing the rest of the team and keeping the schedule going throughout the year to make sure everyone's on time as much as we can. Yeah, we've got a deadline that can't be moved at the end, so we have to make sure that we're keeping on schedule with everything.
I think, just explaining a bit about the WODs listing, I was obviously saying off air that we are in response to the fact that women make up 14% of PRS members, and always interested to hear about the women that are behind the scenes at music festivals. So it's not just performance, it's about the staff and the production team that all make this thing happen. And I wanted to ask you if you've noticed anything about the sort of gender split in the roles that you guys work in. Is that something you've noticed, or possibly not, or is it improving? And just your thoughts on that, really.
I think our team is predominantly women. We've got James, the festival founder, and he's surrounded by a big team of women. So even our on-site production managers are women. So I think I don't know whether we're unusual when we go to a festival conferences. I think possibly we are a little bit unusual that we're so many women, but I think there are still lots of women in the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a balance that works for us, and it's about personalities and interests that make a good balanced festival team. And for me, it doesn't really have gender doesn't really have a huge amount of bearing on it. It's about the different personalities that come together.
Yeah. Finding the right people for the job.
Exactly.
Yeah. The team to work together.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your hard work, ladies, because it sounds like you really put in a lot of effort, and the result is a wonderful festival. So
Thank you.
a big thank you for taking the time out to chat to us at the World's Listening.
Thanks very much.
Have a great festival.
Thank you.
Cheers.